Battle's up. Good morning. There we go. Jason Barrow's got his unit. We're casual today in the white tee. And we are ready to go. Rob is here, so we're going to DraftKings. Getting our daily reward. Really looking forward to next month when I'm silver. Rob, I don't know if it's the same for everyone. Next month, we show this. Hold on a second. Look at tomorrow. Tomorrow is an unknown hidden reward. Look at that. It's an unknown hidden reward. So look, the way it says, congratulations, October tier is bronze. So this month I'm bronze, no matter what. Next month, silver. So I think you earn rewards towards whatever your status is next month, which is it's one way to do it. It means that we can't improve our October. Let's see what the difference is. So today would have been 10. It looks like it doubles. Looks like it kind of doubles from bronze to silver. All right, here's the news. Dow futures climb amid stimulus hopes, but rising corona cases cap the upside. Second wave of the coronavirus gathers pace. Drywall's got a unit in. Drywall with a bomber? What are you doing with a bomber? He's getting creative. So the news is the same. Nothing new. We got a bad virus. People think there's going to be a stimulus bill. All right. Let's really focus on. We got 5 minutes before the open. There were no earnings trades over the weekend, as usual. How is DraftKings looking? Still not good. Oh, so we have a new stock to look at. Corsair. CRSR, I think. Corsair Gaming. Barrow and Rob, you might both enjoy this one. It is they make RAM RAM mice cooling heat sinks, cooling systems. Rob's got a keyboard. They just added options. I've owned my fair share of Corsair. I just I think the RAM that I took out I'm really going to apologize in advance for my coughing today. The RAM that I took out of my PC was Corsair. Wait, is the Ripjaw RAM? Is that Corsair? Jaw RAM. Yeah, I replaced it with G Skill, but I had Corsair before. So Rob knows that's G Skill. So we are going to look to do a trade. They don't have a lot of options yet because they're new. This is kind of a good little learning advice. When a stock has an IPO and they start to be traded for the first few weeks, the only thing you could do is literally buy the stock. There's blocks on. You can't short it. You have to own it first, buy it first, and then sell it. And there are no options first few weeks. And then eventually all of the options get listed. So if we look at the screen here, you can see that there are literally only this many strike prices. Now, if I were to compare it with like a Tesla in the same month, look at all of these, right? And this isn't even all of them. I have it filtered to only show 25. So in Tesla, you can go, look, now I'm showing them all. Tesla, you can go all the way down below $100, right? 90, $90 to the low side. High side probably up to 800 is the top. In Corsair, we just have this. So things are a little bit more limited when things get started. But Corsair, the stock, has gone. What was that message that came from? Corsair IPO'd about a few weeks ago, maybe. They IPO'd September 29th. So about 3 weeks ago. We've been hanging out here the whole time. So I'm thinking I want to get long some Corsair. These markets are quite wide. Nice. Drywall's in there with an Epic Templar. Let's see here. If we can get this at the mid price. Okay, we're in the right account. We'll see if we can snap that up. None of these markets on the put side are tight at all. Whether you're talking in the money or out of the money, they're still wide. The call side is much tighter. There's some interest here at 22.5. All right, let's take a look at we'll come back to Corsair. In the meantime, what is down? Amazon. Come on, Amazon. It never goes down. It never ever goes down. I had 18 pounds left in my DeGiro. Is DeGiro like a trading and broker account? I think it's brokerage, yeah. Nice. That's great that being in here. Hopefully that it's gonna work out. Hopefully that'll work out. I can't believe Amazon just only goes up. So disgusting. All right, DocuSign, we wanted to roll. Wait. We did. We wanted to roll the puts up. I don't think we did 5 days ago. We got a little bit of a roll there. Just leave that there. Volatility is in. EX is in. Oil is break even right now. Nasdaq's up 100. I just don't know why people are optimistic about getting stimulus. The two parties just have no reason to talk to one another right now, and have not shown any signs of talking to one another right now. is interesting to start. I do want to show the earnings calendar. Again. Because we've got some earnings trades to make again. And actually, let's take a look at our two. Well, there's only one left. State Street. Ooh, sold a wheat put. State Street Bank here is our when trades go wrong example, which I will link once again in. Actually, I should really just make a new comments. I should make a YouTube a YouTube a bot command for this. Bot command. Custom commands. When trades go wrong. Let's see if this works. When trades go wrong. So that was for you, Rob. We started that series, and I am really happy with the way the first two episodes both came out. Now we've got a command, so we can send people over to check that out. And here is, yo, you watched them both last night. Nice. What did you think? Hopefully they were informative, and I did a good job of explaining things. Because that's kind of the focus for that series, right? Like, obviously it wants to be a little bit entertaining because it's focusing on things not going well. But you know, it's got to be a balance. Hopefully they're useful. All right, so for earnings trades today, IBM, we should be able to do a trade on. Halliburton, we might be able to do a trade on. I got to find that. Somebody tweeted a graphic that was a little bit better format than this one. And it was earnings. I should have saved it actually as a image. Perfect. Here it is. Earnings Whispers is the Twitter account. So let's, if I go to Twitter real quick, I can just call this image up. Whispers from 2 days ago. Boom. Open image in app. We're going to save this. Bookmark it. All right. Let's look. Today, we can do. Too bad I can't like draw on this. Today, you can make the trades of Monday after the close and Tuesday before the close. Tomorrow, you can make. So you can basically do 2 columns per day. After and before the close of tomorrow. Then tomorrow's the same thing, after and before the close, et cetera, et cetera. It just kind of moves on. So we actually can't do Halliburton because they already reported. But we can look into Logitech, IBM, Cadence maybe, Procter and Gamble, Lockheed Martin, Philip Morris, maybe Travelers. Let's start walking through these trades and see if we can put anything on. So we'll start with IBM. IBM has an IV rank of 24. Their past 3 weeks has been pretty good looking. Here's their past 6 months. Basically channel bound here between 112 and 132. Some ups, some downs. Not really going anywhere. Okay. It's expensive, so I don't want to do. All right, let's instead of just jumping right to an iron condor, let's see what an iron condor looks like, and then $7 wide, $7. Oh, gotta put the expirations down. There we go. 7 wide, collect 380. I mean, NASDAQ, is that a company and an exchange? Was NASDAQ on the calendar? Where do we? The answer is yes, but I'm assuming it was on the calendar here. What day? The before on Wednesday. NASDAQ, yes. So yeah, they are a stock exchange, and they are a for-profit stock exchange. So they report their earnings as well. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what their ticker symbol is. They are NDAQ. Let's take a look at them real quick. And we'll come back to IBM. NDAQ is NASDAQ, the company. They've done pretty well. Up from 110 to 129. They've done pretty well. I don't know. Maybe they're tradable. I'll have to study them to see if their options are any good. Take a look. Pretty wide. And just to give you an idea, when I'm saying I'm taking a look and then I'm saying pretty wide. When I talk about width in this context, it's the distance between the bid and the ask price on any individual option, right? This person, or not this person. We'll look at the 125s here, right? Click on it. Someone is willing to sell it, or someone's willing to buy it for $2.40, but someone's willing to sell it for $3. That means they need to meet in the middle somewhere. And that middle is 60 cents. That means a lot of things could happen there. You might, if you wanted to sell it, and right now the best offer to sell it is $3, but that means if I put in an order right now, maybe I could sell it for 290, which is heavily skewed towards the ask price, or maybe I'd have to sell it for 250. Ideally, you're selling it at the middle of that, so between 240 and $3, it would be 270. But that doesn't always happen, right? And so if I compare it to like SPY, which is the S&P 500, the distance between these is 2 pennies. $9.41, $9.43. There's literally only a penny or two in the middle. So even if I got the worst price, it would only be a difference of a penny or two. So that when I say I'm looking for things that are tight, that this is an example of tight with SPY, and at NASDAQ was an example of wide. So that's what I mean by that. So let's go back to, we were at IBM, right? And let's see. Okay. So we could do something like this where we collect roughly half of the width of the strikes. That would be a fairly reasonable trade if we just assume nothing's going to happen. If we think that we can get a little directional here, this is my favorite play for earnings. I love the idea of the put ratio spread for earnings. The reason why is because when a stock releases their earnings, there's 3 possibilities. It goes up, it goes down, and it stays the same. And I like to put on trades where you make money if 2 out of the 3 things happen. That's just like my personal approach to earnings trades, because you don't have a lot of time. The options right now, since it's Monday, shortest dated options we can trade have 4 days to expiration, which is not a lot of time if we're wrong on the direction. And so we want to cover as many bases as possible. So if IBM goes up, we'll make 10 cents on this trade and just kind of move on. It will become one of many earnings trades, and we'll just, add it on to the profits in our spreadsheet. And if it stays the same, we'll probably still make that same. We'll make that same 10 cents. But if it goes down, the miracle about this trade is that we could still potentially make money. It just can't go down too far. But if it were to go down in between 120 and 122, we could actually make $2, not 10 cents. And that's what I like about these kinds of trades. You can make small amounts 2 ways, and a large amount 1 way. All right, here we go. Starting the battle. Should be pretty straightforward. Everybody dies. I think this was a loyalty chest. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. 200 gold for drywall. Huge. Is that really the whole? That's the whole map, huh? All right, good enough. Good enough. We did. Oh, Jason T and Jason Barrow finally squaring off. I like to see Jason T on a Monday morning. What a good way to start the morning. Love it. I'm hoping that he's paying attention. He probably is because we just had the battle, and he should be collecting his chest. And we were just talking right before that battle. We were just talking about this IBM earnings trade here. And we screwed up the earnings trade in that video that we made. This one is certainly on correctly. And there's also my last day available to join in. It'll be sporadic after today. Is that did you mention a new job? Like a job training or something the other day? Guys, I don't know if you know that, but you got a full-time temp job. That's good. That's good. Um, if you guys, my wife started streaming last night. She's doing her macrame crafting. And she actually had like 3 or 4 viewers the whole time last night. So if you guys could give her a follow. Firecracker. That is her. I think I typed it right. That's her channel name. What's this little gift? Oh, I've given 5 gifted subs. Isn't that nice of me? She did a great job. She really did. She's very self-conscious and uh wasn't certain that it went well, but I think it definitely did. But Jason T, I'm glad that you're here. I'm gonna have to. I'm guessing you'll be streaming a little bit less, so I'll have to make sure that when you're live, I have to put in a little more effort to catch those streams. All right. So the one thing I will say is that there is unlimited risk to the downside on this trade. It has a high probability of profit and a potential to make a good amount of money, but it does have unlimited risk to the downside. So if we think that IBM is going out of business, this is not the trade for us. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can get 10 cents for it and put that one on. And we're going to have to open up our spreadsheet. We are going to have to open up our spreadsheet. Here it is. 1019. Put ratio in IBM. And as of right now, well, we'll just leave it blank for now. We will leave that one blank for now and then go back to our list. Let's see what Logitech is all about. Is it Logi? Logitech, yeah. Oh no, do they not have? Logitech doesn't even have short dated options. So this is a problem. They don't even have short dated options. And they're see, this is frustrating because they don't have short dated options, but they do have high volatility. And so you kind of want to have a trade on here, but how is their liquidity? 3 stars. Maybe it's more of a just really good stock to have something on. I mean, this is kind of surprising. I don't know if I would even consider this an earnings trade necessarily. Like, it's just a good iron condor. Collecting 208. I mean, just for due diligence, let's play around with it. That only collects 122, but it's a hell of a lot wider. It's a hell of a lot wider. Let's... The thing, oh, you know what? Logitech's business is doing gangbusters right now, though, because they're selling out of webcams like crazy. Yeah, the chart is straight up over the past 6 months. What if we did something like this? No. I feel like we lost the original Iron Condor trade. Not a lot of, because of the strikes and different things that are available here. Not a lot of different plays to make. We might just sell the 70 put. It's $10 below. It's $10.50 below where it is. Mr. Frag, thank you for being here. What? I meant to, what was that game last night? Squad? Was the game called Squad last night? At first, when I logged in, I thought you were playing like what is the Call of Duty like battle royale? But then as I watched, I realized it wasn't. There was a lot more coordination involved, and you guys were talking about using binoculars and stuff and calling in artilleries. Warzone, yeah, that's because I saw that it was a really big map. But I had never seen that one before, and it looked interesting. It looked. Is it new or not? I'm so out of touch with um, anything that involves like shooting these days. Aside from Rogue Company, Rogue Company is like the only like current game. It's been around since 2015, but has had some great updates. Well, that probably explains it. Updates and patches and stuff always bring in more peeps. All right. Do we do something like this? Leave that there. That might take a while to fill. How is our battle looking? Jason Barrow, nowhere to be found. Jason T, nowhere to be found. I don't know what's going on with our battle here, boys. Our Stream Raiders battle is just unsure right now. We got a boss fight coming up. What is going on? It's a very good game if you like the look of that. You should check out Hell Let Loose. So it's funny that you should mention Hell Let Loose because we have a viewer in this channel. It's a guy named Will who plays that. In fact, like he came in here because I went into his channel and I was telling him like that game. He's the only person I've ever seen stream it, but I know that Jason T, I think, was in the channel or something, said that you guys play that as well. It looks super realistic, like very, very like realistic, and it's fun to watch him because like it's not the kind of game that I would necessarily play, but I definitely have an appreciation of. Um, because like when I play shooters, I like to just run around and shoot and take advantage of the fact that it's not real life. So if I get shot, I don't die. So I don't like to be as like careful as I would be in real life if I was in that situation in World War II. Oh wow, quadroot. We got a. All right, we are filled in IBM, so we got that 10-cent trade in. Put that one down in the spreadsheet. And we will put Logitech in as a maybe for now. How often do you guys play the Hell Let Loose game? Or is it something you guys haven't played in a while? What else do we have? It's great. You can RP it as much as you like, run around and shoot stuff or get involved and take it strategically. Yeah, when I watch Will, they've got like they have like squad leaders that give orders to everybody, kind of like if you were a sergeant in real life. I think that's a little bit of the RP, right? Like saying that someone like, okay, this person's in charge, so let's listen to him. We stopped playing due to a FPS frame drop issue. They have fixed it though, so we may get back to it. All right. That sounds good to me. All right, what else do we have here? Can we zoom in on this? Hold on. Zoom. Boom. Much better. These are the options. Options for our options. I don't know what PPG is. I think they're either accounting or insurance. Look at Cadence. I think Cadence is tradable. I think they're CAD. No. Cade? Oh, it's a bank. Okay. They do not have good liquidity, so we will probably not trade Cadence. this PPG? Oh my goodness. PPG is a little bit better. They have 2 stars, but they are a huge stock. IV rank not that high. We'll probably skip PPG. But P&G, Procter and Gamble, has been doing phenomenally during the lockdown. They've been selling a lot of bleach wipes and diapers and everything else. And so, let's see what we can trade. They do have weekly earnings. So, we'll see about a Procter and Gamble Iron Condor. How's our battle looking now? Jason T and Jason Barrow responding to being called out. Getting out there on the battlefield. I like to see it. Okay. Let's see what we can do in Procter and Gamble here. We go to 140, 148, and 152.5. That's a little bit skewed, but not too bad, but only collecting $1. Their IV rank is only 16. Ugh, Rob, you had to tell me. DraftKings will just not go up. It just refuses to go up. We're actually making money on it today because I sold that call. But only because I sold that call. So I sold these two calls on Friday. And these two are making 180. And my overall position is making 77. So that means the rest of my positions are dragging it down. Brutal. I think it's all the NFL right now. If the NFL can keep its season together, then it's fine. And if not, because I guess the other question is what's next. I don't know what do you know? Normally, as the NFL is wrapping up, the NBA and hockey are ramping up. But because of the delays, the NBA just finished their season. I suppose so. When you have NHL finish, NBA finish, MLB into later stages. Yeah, so right now you've got the World Series about to start. So that's over in a week to two, at the most 2 weeks, if it goes Game 7. But if it's a sweep, the baseball's over in a week. NBA's over. NHL's over. If, when you get to February and the Super Bowl's over, if you don't have basketball having started up again, because I think they actually make a lot more money on basketball than people give credit for. I think daily basketball is huge. So I'm wondering if that's really the question, is like, what does next season look like? Because, normally by December, by Christmas, the NBA is in full swing. All right. So I think we're saying that Procter & Gamble, there's no play. There's just not enough volatility. IV rank of 16, really nothing to do at all. So back to our calendar image. Lockheed Martin and Philip Morris International. Lockheed Martin, I think, is LH. Nope. LMT. LMT. Holy cow, $390 with an IV rank 24. $10 wide. $10 wide, collect 640, huh? Let's zoom in. How's the chart look? Pretty flat. Nobody's focusing on buying jet fighters and missiles right now. I mean, this would be a trade just for trade's sake. It's not really that. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. It could make a decent chunk of change, but it's not as high of a probability. It's not really a great trade. Philip Morris International, though. Also has an IV rank of 21, which stinks. Could do something like that. Making the play that it's not going to go anywhere. Or what would be our ranges here? Between 75 and 82. Could it stay between 75 and 82? That's this. Their last earnings report would have been back here in July. Like July 19th, right around here. So it looks like it popped up. We can move that an extra dollar to the bullish side. All right, let's try it. Let's see if we can get filled on this one. Whoa, look at that. We're filled on. We're going to add that trade to the list real quick. We are in. Philip Morris. Iron Condor. Yeah. I think we collected 262, if I'm not mistaken. That activity tab. Yep, 262. All right, is there anything else? That might be it. Albertsons and Travelers are worth taking a look at. That's probably it, though. Albertsons and Travelers. Travelers is T. No, that's AT&T. Travelers. I'm going to have to Google it. You guys don't get much sleep? I went, listen, when, good morning, Marshall, first of all. When that stream went offline last night, I went right to bed, head on the pillow. You got to get your sleep when you can. Travelers. TRV. What's the Travelers? Look at this guy with his emotes. Look at that. A new Marshall emote. I like it. This guy's getting his emotes in order. Getting his emotes in order. I'm glad you guys came around for the stream last night. I appreciate it a lot. So did my wife. We both appreciated it. That was the best part of the stream when we had a good conversation going. They do not have short-dated options in the Travelers. So that is out. Albertsons also does not have short dated options, so that is out. So I think that might be it for we're gonna start this one early. Marshall's got a unit in. We only got 4 minutes to go. Can the rogues get there in time? Oh, the Buster's there. Boom. Here comes another Buster. We did it. Hog champ. All right, we are going to go. Should we go to the unknown? I don't want to go to the unknown. Unless there's another gold chest there. We gotta destroy that Tesla again. Let's see. So we need tanks up here. And lots of assassins here. And lots of ranged here. The tank here. Good. Good enough. GG's. Let's get those units in, boys. So that might be it for Monday here on terms of earnings reports. So our earnings trades right now are looking like this. State Street turned into a roll. Schlumberger turned into how do I do this? Negative 04? Yeah, okay. We had to pay a debit on that. Friday was not a good day for our earnings trades. State Street, we rolled. Next emote, either a poker chip or some kind of all text. Well, you know what we say about that. An all-in emote? That could be good. That could be good. But the fancy F is yet to... Wait a minute. UAL is listed here as yet to close. What's the status of our UAL position? We closed UAL, right? Why don't I see it? What the heck? UAL. Oh, it expired. So let's update the spreadsheet. We put that one on and it expired. So we collected the full 12. 0. Oops, hold on. Loading calendar. So that increases our earnings. So the only thing that is yet to close. Nope, that breaks our value. State Street, which we rolled to next month. So that one might not show up on this earnings report for now. But we're up $286 for our earnings trade so far. We could have been up substantially more if you if you don't believe me, when trades go wrong, there's our new YouTube series. I might even want to put that in the morning. A glass fell off your night table and broke. All right, guys, I'm gonna go clean up a broken glass. I'll be right back. Well, good news. Nobody's injured. Nobody got hurt. But there was a lot of, when a glass breaks, sometimes it breaks into just a few large pieces, and sometimes it shatters into a lot of very small pieces. I was very surprised. There's a very large quantity of small pieces. A very large quantity. So we're going to have to vacuum that area to make sure that it's taken care of. But we can't vacuum right now because some people in the house are still sleeping. So I gave my daughter the suggestion to wear slippers with a nice thick bottom on them so that she does not cut herself. See if we can get a stream razors. So that is that. We have cleared out our earnings trades from last week. We have put on 2 earnings trades for tomorrow. Let's take a look at our positions today and see what's working. Sadly, DraftKings is working because of our adjustment trades. British pound is doing well. EWY, which is a position on Japan and the yen, is doing well. CRM, KRE, that's banks. State Street is up 17 today, so that's good. Making our way back to break even on that trade. Chewy is up today. What's our Chewy position right now? It's just an iron condor. But we want to be long Chewy. And right now this is a flat position. So let's add to this. Maybe we'll do just a put vertical in Chewy. Where can we place these strikes? Got the coffee, all's right in the world. There you go, Marshall. Keep it simple, man. Why's that one not moving? All right. $3 wide. $3 wide collect. Whoa. That's interesting. Okay, nice and easy fill there. So that was... Gotta keep these opposite order. Good till close. Try and take 33 cents out of that. And that's our Chewy position adjustment. We want to stay long Chewy. Okay, positions. Peloton. We're just hanging out here. We've got earnings coming up in 2 weeks. Let's look at this position because maybe this would be a good time to adjust. We want to make sure we take a look at all of the credit we received in Peloton. So we collected 192 and then adjusted for 220. So that is 412. And it's currently 455. It's currently 455. We are a bit long to flat Peloton right now. Maybe we just let it chill. We just let that hang out. What else do we have here? Peloton's in the money. McDonald's is in the money, but that's okay. Whoa. Did this rip up? Is that where we're making all this money on? Yeah, we're doing great here in McDonald's. Just stay over 230, boys. That's looking like a nice trade. GM Iron Condor looking very strong right now. What else do we have here? Chewy. Oh, Telray. We need Telray to go up. We need Telray to go up. We need DraftKings to go up. What is this? I want to make sure that this call doesn't completely evaporate. What's its mark? Oh, we got plenty of time. Mark. There we go. No, we want Mark to be in between, right next to trade price. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if we need bid ask on these. That's much better. We don't need the spread right there. All right, so what are our biggest theta positions? DraftKings is by far our biggest theta positions, which is fine because it's got an IV rank of 48. So that continues to make us think that we're in the right place. We're just not getting the cooperation from the stock. Would be how I would summarize that. We are in the right place. I don't know how many other stocks. Pinterest is a 53. Hertz is high, but it's going through bankruptcy right now, so that's no good. PayPal is really high. Let's look at a trade in PayPal. Why does PayPal have such high volatility rank right now? Anybody know? Anyone know what's going on in the world of PayPal? Marshall says no idea. Well, we're going to put on a trade. We're going to see if we can get filled. I haven't heard anything out of the world of PayPal in a long time. Spike in usage of PayPal over the past few months from the coronavirus. Quad, you might be onto something there, because other companies have increased a lot. Square, if you're familiar with Square, they have a similar business model to PayPal. Been staying home, perhaps a lot of online orders and transactions. It makes sense. It does make sense to me. I just wasn't sure if there had been any announcements about them buying any companies or merging or anything like that. Marshall, what did your wife think about streaming? So she liked, I could tell from the sound of her voice, she liked a lot when people were talking and engaging. when you guys were talking to her about the crafts and and the Dr. Pepper and all of that. And when Blood Type Inc. was in the channel, he was talking about his work as a dog groomer at a salon. She really liked that. Um, but she's still at a point where she's unfamiliar enough with streaming. I mean, she knows that I do it, but she doesn't sit and watch me, right? The whole time. She doesn't understand that there are people that will enjoy just watching her make those crafts, and she doesn't think there's value or that it's worth her time to sit there and make the art the art project that she's working on stream just for the sake of doing that. And I'm trying to explain to her that there is an audience for these things, and we've been building up to this. I've been showing her like streams from time to time and Instagram pages of art streamers from time to time and saying like, hey, like, look, this person's doing something similar to what you're doing. And like, but she does not have an outward personality in terms of her comfort zone. Like I think she's amazingly talented, and I think the stuff that she can start from scratch with basically nothing, like some yarn and a piece of driftwood. And you could give me 10 years with that yarn and driftwood to do nothing but come up with an art project that looks good. And I wouldn't be able to do what she's able to do in like 10 minutes. And so I just think that it would be tremendous for her to just, she, especially during the lockdown, we're here all day, and she basically sits next to me while I'm working, and she's doing arts and crafts. And the two of us both have to balance like making the kids lunch for school when school time goes on recess, and if a kid needs help with math or a certain assignment or anything. So it's not like it's totally uninterrupted time, but for the most part, she's sitting next to me doing her crafts while I'm doing my work. And that's a lot of time that could be streamed. And I think that, there's everyone thinks of Twitch as a gaming platform. I mean, I'm kind of pushing that envelope right now, doing live streaming, like a lot of, not a lot, but some people do, in addition to games when I do play games. But there's a huge like arts and crafts community on Twitch, and I think that she would do really well there. But I think she's very mixed. She specifically said like make sure to turn off all of she doesn't want to see any notifications about like her stream summary or like her stream when like followers and stuff. Like she doesn't want to know anything at all about that. She just wants to have done it and that's it. She doesn't want to know anymore. So it's kind of an interesting detail there about her, but oh, I didn't buy my scrolls today. What scrolls? What scrolls do we have here? I think I need to make some more gold before I buy these scrolls. Yep, I'm out of money. I want to buy those paladin scrolls. All right, we got 2 battles to go. Let's make this bigger for a second just to talk through this, our strategy for the rest of the day. We're on this battle here. We got another quickie. Oh, this one's set to hard, actually. And then the boss, which is an unknown boss, ancient boss. So hopefully this one goes pretty smoothly. This next one is 4 skulls, so we're going to need to take the full amount of time on that. And then we'll push for the boss. And then we will go from there. Anybody got a unit coming in soon? Marshall's the MVP right now. He's got 5. I think he's going to get 6. Quad is doing great too. Quad's got 4. Quad's got much higher levels. Oh, Pizza's here. I didn't even notice Pizza got units in. Marshall needs 3 minutes. Okay, we'll do that. When Marshall gets his unit in, that's about 1.5 minutes left to go. We'll kick it off just a tiny bit early. This one shouldn't be too hard. I think we need some more units up top. Let's we want units up there. So throw those units up top. Make sure we get that gun up top taken out. Hey Marshall, I went to look at her past broadcast and it didn't show up. Do you know if people that aren't affiliated, it doesn't save their past broadcasts automatically? Because she wanted to make a change after the stream ended. She wanted to make a little bit of a change, and she wanted to refer back to when she held it up in front of the camera to see how it looked. And I went to try and find her past broadcast and it wasn't there. So I didn't know if that was because they don't automatically save if they don't automatically save those for like new streamers. So maybe that has something to do with it. It should, but you may have to turn something on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look in her. I'm gonna have to look in her her settings. Because that's definitely something we would want to have turned on for sure. All right, so we got about a minute to go before Marshall gets this unit. Let's see. Let's go through positions again. Actually, let's hop over real quick to Thinkorswim. Just make sure everything's okay on this end. What are we losing money on? What are we making money on? Got to move our new wheat position to commodities. We're making a lot of money on natural gas this expiration cycle. A lot. Just really, really impressive amounts of money on natural gas. And I'm here for it. I know Marshall's an energy guy. He's probably more into propane than natural gas. I don't know. But he said in Texas they love energy. And natural gas has been very good to us past month or so. What's going on here with notes? It's just moved a little bit, but nothing really going on there. All right, Marshall got the unit down. We are going to start it. And here we go. Oh no, everybody went up top. Why didn't they go forward? No, this is not good. It's going to be a win, but this was not how Butane is bastard gas. Propane is God's gas. Is butane what? Is that natural gas? Is that butane? Like when it comes from the pipe, from the company? All right, up we go here. Let's start this 4-star battle. What are we gonna put down? Oh my goodness gracious. All right, we got 4 guns that we need to take out. I want... Well, I got to get something down soon before somebody else does. I'm going to go Archer. And I want to be able to shoot both of those guys from the start. I want... Well, first, I'm going to say where I want nothing. I want nothing there. And nothing there. I want... Melees here. I want ranged up here. Tanky here. Tanky here. Oops. I want nothing down here. Do melees here. Assassins in here. Definitely nothing down here. Okay. I think if we do that, we should be okay. Actually, let's just one more set of no's. The priority is the guns. They're both not natural gas, yeah. But propane is the one that you have to get the separate tanks for, right? And butane, is butane the one that the utility company brings in the pipe? Okay. Notes is down a bit today, but we're all right. I don't know why notes is down. Oh my gosh, ZB's down 27 ticks. It's not nowhere near our strike price there, but why is bonds down so much? Let's get over to Tastyworks here and take a look at bonds. Why is bonds down so much today? Why are bonds, I should say? Definitely a downward trend here in bonds. From 177 to 174. Short bonds is the play. But why? Interest rates are 0. Anything in the world of CNBC going on? Downturns negative, gives up 105 point. Hope for the stimulus deal is declining. These charts show how CARES Act is running out. Home builder sentiment sets another record high in October. This is so baffling. Drywall, is that for the short bonds position? Is that why you were saying A? You've been short bonds, right? Or are you just saying that because you showed up? I was just talking about short bonds. Oh, just saying hi. You've been short bonds, right? This is I was just looking at this from 177 down to 174 over the past 2 months. It's down 27 ticks today. Or now it's 25. But I can't figure out like what makes bonds move on any particular day these days when interest rates are just pegged at 0. We'll be short until they go below 165. All right, we don't short premium too, of course. Of course. I would add a short call today, but I don't want to sell a call down 25 ticks. Let's take a look at this. This is an article about weekly spending. These are the charts that supposedly mostly propane used in homes, in Texas homes, right? I don't think we use propane. But I don't know because Hank Hill sells propane from King of the Hill. Weekly spending in 2020, unemployed versus employed. Is this just wait a minute? I believe this chart. I just want to make sure that we're looking at it correctly. This says that from April until August, unemployed people spent more money than people that were employed because they received their benefits. Oh, that was a Hank Hill quote? Okay. I don't watch a lot of King of the Hill. I used to watch a lot of Beavis and Butthead. I mean, this chart is pretty wild. I mean, it makes sense here that the unemployed people would spend less back here in January, February. Unemployed are always underneath employed. I guess that makes sense, right? And then suddenly they start spending more money than employed people. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why that might be, but that's a very interesting fact to notice, this gap. They might have additional costs, cost of living. Median checking account balance, employed versus unemployed. Percent change in prior month's balance. So according to this, unemployed people receiving benefits had more money in their checking account during the summer until the supplement expired. That's also interesting. All right, that's it, huh? Just 2 charts? I thought the article was going to be a little bit more in depth than that. 2 charts. And that's it. So while we were talking, the market went from up to down. But wow, look at the Russell today, buddy. The Russell is finally there. The trade of the century. Long Russell, short NASDAQ pair. It's finally making the move. I love the Russell here. I really should be long. I'm not. But how do I get long Russell here? What's the Russell? So you've probably heard of like the Dow Jones index and the NASDAQ index and the S&P 500 index. The Russell is another index. No, it's not mid caps. It's small caps. There's an S&P mid cap one as well, but nobody trades it. So S&P is large cap. Dow Jones is obviously large cap. NASDAQ is a technology index. Russell is the Russell 2000. It's 2,000 small companies that you've never heard of. If I showed you a list of the biggest of the Russell companies, they would be ones that you'd never heard of. except for the fact that it's a lot of regional banks. You know, a lot of small banks that that aren't in more than a couple states or maybe just one state fall into the category of small caps. So you may not have ever heard of them unless you happen to live in that state and you have a local bank. Hey, Wexy. Good to see you back, man. It's been a few weeks. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Hanging in there. Vacation was fantastic. In fact, I can show you. We made a video about it. I will give you the link here. Vacation was great. Here's a video. There's a link to our video of our vacation recap. I got a YouTube channel going now as well. So if you want to check that out, it's only about a 5 or 7 minute video or something, but it goes over how we spent our time. It was awesome. It was really great. Thank you for asking. So the Russell is the 2000. So basically, it's kind of a proxy for financial stocks, Rob, but not big financials. But you know, like, I don't know if you have that as much in England. Like if there's just Bank of London and like the big banks, or if you also have like small little regional banks as well. But that's a big thing here in the States. So the Russell is kind of a proxy for finance. But like the overall health of the financial markets, right? Because if things get bad for banks, the small ones are going to really take a hit first. So this is Russell year to date. It's really not up that much at all. And most people, the ETF for the Russell is IWM. And it's got an Ivy rank of, let's see, we got an Iron Condor here right now. Maybe we can roll up these puts. We got 32 days. Let's get aggressive here. Be super bullish. Roll these strikes way up. Keep them $5 wide. Actually, let's make it $5 wide. Collects 9. We'll add it a little bit more. Collect some more credit. Activity there. We want to get filled on that. Come on. 99 cents. What a deal. 99 cents. 98? 98 is a penny on each side, so that should get filled. Ideally. We need to go 97. $97 it is. Okay, so I should have looked at the deltas before and after. But I may want to add another position here in the Russell. Maybe something a little bit more. Something a little bit more aggressive. $3 wide. Yeah. Let's do that. Jade Lizard. Beautiful. Beautiful. 389, opposite order. GTC. See if we can take a full dollar out of that. We shall see. We shall see. Time to delete some emails. Delete, 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 delete. All right. So, Monday morning, how's everybody doing? What do we have planned for this week? I have a lot of earnings trades planned for this week. What do you guys have planned for this week? What do you guys have on the agenda? Drywall, are you making money this week? Anybody making money? Anybody? Jason T's starting a new job. Jason Barrow, not sure what he's up to. Wexy, what are you up to this week? It's Monday. What do we have planned? What do we have planned? Made some good trades this morning. Nice. I'm just looking at some index. Oh, let's take a look at Corsair. See if Rob is up in his Corsair trade. We talked about got some puts up right before this mini dump. Beautiful, Wexy. Good timing. Looks like things are bouncing back a little bit. NASDAQ's back in the green. NASDAQ is back in the green. Corsair's still looking strong. We never got filled on our Corsair position. Or did we not put one on? We said that it was too wide. We could big lizard Corsair here. Wonder if we can get filled on this. 355. There it is. There it is, folks. Our opening trade in Corsair. Brand new underlying. Had a rough week, I think, right after your vacation. It took some time away to study, but the technicals are definitely helping. You're doing like technical chart analysis. Is that right? Yep, mostly focused on intraday. And are you doing NASDAQ or which index? Here's NASDAQ today. Started up here at 11.9. Came down to 11.8. Now it's back up a little bit. Hopefully you got the puts around here. VIX is showing up. VIX is showing 2803 and VX is showing 29 basically. So they're still $1 apart. But how much time is left on this VIX? much time is left on this? Oh, we can't see that here, huh? 30 days. Is that right? No, 2 days. I looked it up on Thinkorswim. Not really on the indexes as a whole, was just going through different companies and doing quick options trades. Is there a reason to go with an index versus individual? For me, it's basically liquidity. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to get specific moves, a company or an index is just as, I mean, you're trying to capture a move, right? So either one could move as well as another. But the liquidity, and there are individual companies that have liquidity that's almost just as good as indexes, but for the most part, indexes are king when it comes to liquidity. At best, a company could match them. They would never beat them. Struggling to get filled in this PayPal here. Even at the natural, my God, what's going on? Nobody wants to sell PayPal. For index and ETF, I'm looking at long-term investments. Rob, does that Deregio site, did you get a fractional? Oh no, you had 18 pounds. I was gonna say, how were you able to buy a share of Corsair? But 18 pounds was enough, is more than $1975. That makes sense. I thought maybe that site allowed you to have like fractional shares. So here's our trade in Corsair that we just put on. Here's the profitability profile, as I like to call it. We have the stock sitting here right here at 20. And if it stays here or goes up, we make money. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so you're a little bit down right now, actually. But that's fine. So as long as it stays above 17, the actual break even is right here at 1650. But we don't want it to be anywhere near that. We want it to be nice and 20. It can go up. If it goes up, we still make money. We don't need to be greedy. So it's down at the money, but it's better having 50. Yes. Yeah. I think that's been your big thing, is you've got money saved that isn't working as hard as it can to earn you more. So I think your sort of daily involvement and trying to figure out places to put it is a good one. So the reason we focused on the Russell, so let me show you kind of what the reason why I've been talking a lot about the Russell. I'm going to use the ETFs to show this, right? Over the past 2 years, here's the last 2 years of the NASDAQ. It's gone, the QQQs have gone from down here in December of 2019, or December of 2018, I should say. They were about 150, and they've come all the way up here to 288, almost doubled, 150 to 300, almost a full double in 2 years. If we look at IWM during the same time period, it's basically stayed exactly where it is. So that's just a huge divergence, right? Like you've got these two indexes, one going all the way up here, the other one just staying right here. So if you look at like a 20-year, here's 20 years of the Russell. And, it went up. It normally goes up. It's not the kind of index that just doesn't go up, right? Just because the past 2 years it went up, and then it had a big drop during the financial crisis of 2009, and it came back up, a little bit of drop, came back up. So, I mean, like the long-term trend of the Russell is to continue up. And obviously the same thing for the NASDAQ, right? Like the 20-year chart of the NASDAQ is basically just straight up. So the reason I was talking to Drywall about pointing out the Russell versus NASDAQ as a trade that has been setting up is like you've got over time they both go up. But right now, only one is going up and the other one is staying flat. So that can't remain forever. And so the trade right now that's been setting up for a while and that I should probably have on, but don't, and probably will have on soon. I just need to figure it out how I want to put it on and what size. Because something like this would be a larger size. It would be like what we call like a core position, right? Like it's not just an individual trade. It's like we really think this is happening. So we want to put it on at a larger size. Welcome back, Jason T. Glad you're here. We were worried about you. We didn't see any guys on the battlefield. So this would be something that kind of sets up not just short term as well, like more medium term. You wouldn't necessarily take quick profits right away and then be done with it. It would be sort of like over the next year, fading the NASDAQ to come. The way you do the pairs trade is you get long down here and you get short down here. And then ideally they go like this and meet in the middle and you make money on both sides. But because it's a pair, you could make money on either side. So even if the NASDAQ keeps going up, but the Russell goes up more to eventually catch up to it, or even if the Russell goes down, but the NASDAQ goes down more to catch up to it, the key is setting it up so that they're weighted the same. So like you can't just buy one share of QQQ, which is 288, and one share of IWM, which is 163. You'd probably do it close to like a 2-to-1 ratio. So like buy 2 shares of IWM and short 1 share of QQQ for every, a ratio like that. And then that way you're just playing that divergence that's gone on for the past 2 years has to eventually come back. Some people play that sort of thing like if it had been 2 days, like, oh, this is a 2-day convergence, it has to come back. But this has been 2 years, right? So it's been sort of setting up for a longer period of time, and that's why it becomes more interesting. And last week there was a news article that like the Russell had only outperformed the other indices by a certain percentage like 6 times over the last 20 years. And it happened again last week. It looks like it's happening again today. Let's look in terms of percentages. I don't have percentages here. There we go. Russell is up almost a full percent here. It's up 87 basis points. The other 3 are pretty much flat. They're open up 0.1, 0.8, 0.2. So Russell is drastically outperforming the NASDAQ today. So that pairs trade, so even if you were short NASDAQ, which is up today, but you're long Russell, because the Russell's up 4 times as much, that trade overall would make money. And pairs trades can be a little bit difficult to manage because you have to remember the platform only doesn't track them as pairs. There is some functionality for pairs trades in the system, but I think it's only for putting them on. It's not for tracking them as a portfolio. So you need to always look at them together and say like, oh no, this one's down 500. That's bad. But this one's up 1,000. That's good. And you put them on together. So it nets out to be up 500. You just need to do that tracking yourself. Or if the platform has added it, you can just do it in the platform. All right. This board is looking pretty good, I think. We have 19 units on the field, a couple 6s. CH got in here. Pizza got in here. Battle starts in 5 seconds. Let's make it big. And then we will smash the green button. I think everybody's in the right spot. We should be able to get those units down. Oh, no. So nobody went left. God darn it. Nobody went left. That guy's going to shoot. That rogue is going to... This is not good. This is not... We got to get people on those guns. Nobody understands. You got to get those guns taken out. Yeah, we're going to die because of these guns. Tried to tell you guys. Drywall's bomber's doing work. The musketeer, Drywall's musketeer. Rip. Ripperoni pizza. All right, I have 2 retry tokens, but I don't know if you guys deserve it. Start a new map. Start back at the beginning again. Wasted so many good pieces on you losers. I mean, it's not that hard. Just shoot the gun. Literally, just shoot the gun. Put all the units here. Easy. Just put the units by the gun. It's all it takes. It's all it takes. The gun is the priority. Kill it. Everything else is easy. All right. That was definitely disappointing. We were approaching the boss. But the epic monk, huh? Should be good now. I'll let you have 4 tanks over there. That's it. Stick together like glue. Like glue. All right. Anything else to trade today? Take a look at the... We haven't looked at the follow page today. Let's see if Tom's made any trades. Tom did a soybeans trade. Closed to strangle. Anything else? XBI, rolls. What's this? DraftKings. Sold a call. British pound. He put on a strangle with 18 days. 1444. That's even better now. We already have a British pound position on, though. With 46 days to go. Why does Tom want to do 18 days to go? See what he's got up his sleeve. Anything else? Fastly, he closed out on a strangle. Oh, how's our Fastly position? Down. Problem is this is now risk-free for us because it's blown past our strike so much. Could we put on a call spread? Would it get us any credit? Call vertical. 95, 100. Hey, why not? Collect $1.03. Interesting. Take advantage of that high volatility there. Oh my gosh, it's 8:20. It's Monday, man. Time is flying by today. Time is flying by. All right, so we put on, what did we fill this morning? Not a ton, but we did put on 2 earnings trades, IBM and Philip Morris. We put on IBM and Philip Morris. Logitech is out. Delete row. So we will see how those go tomorrow morning. We did an iron condor and a put ratio spread. And we put on some adjustments. We put on some new trades in IWM. Brand new trade in Corsair. New underlying. Vastly, we added a call spread to try and collect some premium there on a trade that on a stock that's probably going to hang out down there for a long time. And if it doesn't, our other position makes money. What does that work out to be? Are we net neutral here? Very short. Okay. Or I'm sorry, tiny short. Tiny short. We were long, now we're short. And that's about it. That's what we did today. That is what we did today. So, who do we have here? Who do we have? Let's see.
Shit was.
We got Boogie. Boogie's working on some trades right now. Crisis at that time already, yeah. We're going to go ahead and raid Boogie trades. And I will be back tomorrow. We'll do this all over again.
6th grade in Orlando, and then we went back to New York for a short period of time.